Hello there, good day, and welcome to this week where we bring you weekly news tidbits from Ghana, Africa, and the rest of the world. My name is Diddy Davis. In the headlines this week, the Judicial Service of Ghana grants media access to broadcast all anti LGBTQ plus cases in court. Also, Burkina Faso extends its military rule by 5 years. In some international stories, Trump's criminal trial ends with guilty verdicts on all counts. These and many other stories coming up shortly. Do stay tuned. We'll be right back. The Judicial Service of Ghana, in response to the widespread public interest surrounding the Anti LGBTQ plus bill, has granted all media, including radio and television, full access to the relevant courts to undertake a coverage of all proceedings in those cases concerning the bill. 4 separate lawsuits have been filed with Amanda Odoi and Richard Delasky challenging the bill's passage directly at the Supreme Court, while Paul Masefa and Prince Obiri Koran have filed separate cases in the High Court. The content of these lawsuits and the upcoming court battles are certain to generate significant discussions both within Ghana and internationally, therefore granting media access to take coverage of the anti-LGBTQ plus proceedings ensures transparency and allows the public to follow the legal process as it unfolds. The Ghanaian government has announced a partnership with 7 industry leaders to develop a new shared infrastructure aimed at delivering affordable 5G mobile broadband services across Ghana. The 7 partners include Ascend Digital, KNet, Nokia, Tech Mahindra, and 2 telecommunication companies, AT Ghana and Telecel Ghana. These partners have formed the Next Generation Infrastructure Company, which has been awarded a 5G license. They are expected to launch 5G services across Ghana within the next 6 months, with plans for further expansion into other parts of Africa. The Minister of Communication and Digitalization, Honorable Esla Owusu-Ekufo, said it is the first of its kind in Africa, and this is something that will boost the economy.
Ghana is well positioned for 5G implementation due to a robust regulatory framework, existing infrastructure, market demand, and government support. Our proactive approach and commitment to innovation has positioned us as a leader in digital transformation in Africa. Countries like Malaysia, Germany, and the United States have shown success with similar shared infrastructure models. Malaysia's Digital National Berhad, DNB, has expanded 5G coverage, aiming to cover 50% of rural areas by mid-2024. Germany promotes infrastructure sharing for efficient resource use. The US encourages innovation and reduces costs through initiatives like Open Radio Access Networks, Open RAN. The shared network infrastructure model aims to reduce investment pressures on incumbent MNOs while delivering best-in-class 5G services to all consumers. By increasing speeds and network capacity, 5G will open up opportunities for greater bandwidth, enabling significant data transmission compared to 4G LTE. This will drive economic growth, foster innovation, create new jobs, and open new business opportunities in various sectors. This initiative is a significant step towards achieving a fully digitalized Ghana by 2030.
In some African stories, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, who seized power in a coup nearly 2 years ago and pledged to restore the civilian government by 1st July 2024, recently made a U-turn. In a meeting in the West African country's capital city, Ouagadougou, the military government had announced it will extend its junta rule for another 5 years. Burkina Faso now joins neighboring Mali in extending its military rule. President Bola Tinubu on Wednesday, 29 May 2024, signed into law the bill to revert to Nigeria's old national anthem, which was dropped by a military government in 1978. The newly readopted anthem, which begins, "Nigeria, we hail thee," was written by Lillian Jean Williams in 1959 and composed by Frances Beda. This has sparked outrage in Nigeria, as some are concerned that in the midst of an economic breakdown, the president had to announce the change of the national anthem. Others say that it is a clear case of misplaced priority. However, speaking on his first anniversary in office, President Tinubu said the anthem symbolized Nigeria's diversity. Let's take a listen to what he has to say.
All God has put us together. There's no doubt that we are going to be one. Let me allude to something, the change of national anthem. Some people say, okay, so what? Is that your priority? It's my priority. I agree with the National Assembly. If they make law, I got to obey that law, or we disagree openly and close the chapter. But the question of diversity, who gave us the name Nigeria? Is it not Britain? Have we changed our name? We are Nigerians. Our passport shows that. As long as we are Nigerians and one family, we remain and protect our diversity and love one another as brothers and sisters. The question of who you are, you have no control over it. It is God Almighty that put you in that particular place and make you a member of that family. You have no control over it.
And now to the international front. A New York jury has found former President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, guilty of falsifying business records in an effort to conceal a hush money payment. Trump's guilty verdict does not make him a convicted felon. However, this label will not be accurate until after he is sentenced in July. Trump's verdict will likewise not prevent him from running for president in the upcoming elections. Let's take a listen to what he has to say.
Here's Donald Trump. Looks like he's there he is.
This was a disgrace. This was a rigged trial by a conflicted judge who was corrupt. It's a rigged trial, a disgrace. They wouldn't give us a venue change. We were at 5% or 6% in this district, in this area. This was a rigged, disgraceful trial. The real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people. And they know what happened here, and everybody knows what happened here. You have a Soros-backed DA and the whole thing. We didn't do a thing wrong. I'm a very innocent man. And it's okay. I'm fighting for our country. I'm fighting for our Constitution. Our whole country is being rigged right now. This was done by the Biden administration in order to wound or hurt an opponent, a political opponent. And I think it's just a disgrace. And we'll keep fighting. We'll fight till the end and we'll win, because our country's gone to hell. We don't have the same country anymore. We have a divided mess. We're a nation in decline, serious decline. Millions and millions of people pouring into our country right now from prisons and from mental institutions, terrorists, and they're taking over our country. We have a country that's in big trouble. But this was a rigged decision right from day one, with a conflicted judge who should have never been allowed to try this case, never. And we will fight for our Constitution. This is long from over. Thank you very much.
This has been This Week with me, Dede Davis, where I bring you credible news stories from Ghana, Africa, and the rest of the world. Until same time next week, be informed and stay educated. Goodbye for now.